everyone's doing, and then we'll go right into our articles. All right, ready? Okay. I'm Jess.
I'm Nessa.
I'm OJ.
And this is Tales of the City podcast. Welcome back to the show. How's everyone doing today?
I'm doing good. It's hot outside. You?
Yeah, I'm good, you know. Hot.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there in this heat.
Yeah.
So today we are going to be discussing some new and exciting animal news. So let's dive right in and get your popcorn ready. So let's debunk an animal myth. Are penguins really monogamous? You've probably heard that penguins are monogamous, but that's not the case. Popular belief is penguins equal lifelong love, but the truth is most penguins do not mate for life. Here's a fun fact. Penguins often form seasonal pair bonds, one for breeding season. Some, like Adelaide penguins, may reunite early. They might reunite yearly, but most aren't sexually exclusive. Social monogamy equals sexual monogamy. So partners can co-parent, but males, they may mate with other penguins. So it's
So
kind of
basically, in all species, males be cheating.
Exactly. She mentioned it, you know? It's just, yeah, animals will be animals. I was gonna say dogs will be dogs. Anyways, females may return if things went well, but they'll switch partners. If not, climate change will impact this. It disrupts mitigation, food supply, and breeding grounds. So in fact, for example, Halley Bay was once a home to about 25,000 pairs of penguins, now suffering massive breeding failures. So stress does lead to higher divorce rates. So in conclusion, penguins aren't perfect partners. They're just complex, emotional, survival-driven, just like us.
Yeah.
So yeah, isn't that interesting?
I didn't even know that.
I'm not gonna lie to you, penguins look kind of stupid, so I wasn't even looking at those guys too hard.
Aren't you funny? All right, Nessa.
Oh no, it's my turn now.
Oh, it's you?
All right,
No, what are you
so-
teaching us today?
Yeah, did you know that the red-crested penguin is a rare endangered species of penguin that lives remotely in New Zealand and has one of the most unusual ways of raising its young? So let me tell you something now. So these so these penguins only lay 2 eggs, right? And out of these 2 eggs, they basically only raise 1. Now let me tell you something. That doesn't make sense. How do you have 1 pitney?
I
And you
know.
only raised one.
That's like me. My mom had twins, and then one came out. She's like, I only want both.
it hits too close to home for me.
I know.
People, you know. So, anyways,
So
basically,
yeah.
the strategy here is they'll raise 2 eggs. One of the eggs is essentially like a test dummy or a practice baby. If that doesn't go right, or if it all fails with the first egg, they have the backup baby, which is still kind of crazy to me. But if it works for you, it works for you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you call it? But we don't really know too much about them because you know they live in the middle of nowhere in the tundra, and nobody's gonna be out there 24/7 with a bunch of penguins. So you know. But to understand them better, researchers from the University of Otago watched 158 penguins for more than like 250 hours, and they took blood samples from each and every one of them, and they found from like male and females that, what do you call it, the females producing more testosterone than the males, which was probably why they were slightly more aggressive.
That's
and,
crazy.
You know, they were, I guess, interacting with the researchers or whatever. But
It's always
yeah.
the females.
It's not too
never the
unusual.
males.
It's the same in dogs too. You ever have like a female pit bull and she doesn't want the dog and get too close to her?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same thing. But another interesting thing is that over 90% of these penguins don't even build nests. They say, you know, whatever, we ball. We're gonna lay eggs wherever. Whoever survives. If you roll away, you're chicken food. You know what I mean? To be honest, penguins are just terrible parents. You know, a lot of us can relate. But yeah. What do you call it? But yeah, more than ever now, you know, because of climate change or whatever, it puts more pressure on their habitat, so it makes it even harder for them. And makes it even harder for the young to even stay alive. So those 2 children might not even be 2 children. So yeah, I don't even know. Penguins aren't even, you know, don't role model the penguins, you know?
That's crazy. Alrighty, so I actually did a little bit of research on an article myself.
Really?
It's the Helen Thompson article. So not only are they horrible partners,
I know.
bad parents, they talk a whole lot.
Penguins, right?
They talk a lot. Okay, but let me get into that.
This is
So
sounding way too familiar.
with the article that I did read, it was the scientists decode African penguin calls. So they learned that African penguins, and they actually have a weird name. They call them jackasses. Yeah,
Really?
because of their face, it looks like donkeys or whatnot.
right? I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
So they have a lot more to say than we actually thought. It was a biologist, Leovio Ferrero.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. But
Yeah.
he and his team basically studied audios and videos of captive penguins, covered their insights into their vocal repertoire, and turns out, like I said, they have a lot to say. So let's get into that, and let me just basically say what I found out. So yeah, you know, penguins are adorable. They're little wallows. They're cute. But their communication, especially as adults, are really serious. So they have actually 4 main vocalizations. So contact calls, antagonistic calls, mutual displays, and euphoric display songs. So contact calls, you know, they're short, 3-syllable sounds. They use that to basically find each other in a crowd, because you know, penguins, it's like a lot of them.
Yeah, it's kind of like when a baby cries. It's just like,
so it's just like, you know, you want to find them in the crowd.
Yeah.
But when they're like serious, when they're like beefing it out, they have some drama, that's when they switch to the antagonistic calls. You know, it's sharp, cries, straight to the point, body language are pecking. So yeah, they're drama. I can tell you a lot of girls that act like penguins.
I know a couple. Interesting.
Now, here's actually something wild. So like you were saying, they don't make the perfect partners when it comes to mates. It does actually say that in the article as well. But just even though they don't mate for life, doesn't mean that their love life isn't just like they have a love life basically. When it comes to their babies, researchers have found that penguin chicks use 2 main calls. So it's like the begging and the moaning. Like you just said, it's like the baby crying for the milk and all that stuff. So with those moans, the peeps are usually high pitched and can go on for minutes. Like I kid you not, it can go on forever.
That is
but
amazing.
When they do grow though, these calls usually evolved, hinting that, you know, the vocal development over time. So it does make you wonder, like, okay, maybe they might be bad parents, maybe they might be bad partners, but it's just like, when they talk, are they talking because they want to be drama and they want to just talk to each other, or is it just hungry? You know, we never know. But one thing's for sure, whether it's love, whether it's hunger, whether it's finding their crew, penguins definitely have so much to say. Like, they're interesting creatures. They really are.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
I actually
honestly,
didn't
I didn't
know.
know like so much about penguins. It's just like they're an interesting bunch of species. Yeah. Like, so does anyone have any final thoughts to add?
No, I don't. Learn something new every day.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys for joining this podcast.
Thank you.
Be sure to jump in next week as we'll be discussing a new animal topic. And this is Tales of the City podcast. Until next time.
Bye.
Yo, we did good. It's not really
I know, right? Podcast.
God is barely even reading.
I know, right?